This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed guitarist, MC, songwriter, well, let's just face it, he does it all. The one and only TEEJ. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at his incredible talent with his song, Every Time.
You give me life. Ain't left the hood, but I'm taking flight. Smoking that good up for the night. You give me energy, energy, energy on sight. Every time you give me life. Ain't left the hood, but I'm taking flight. Smoking that good up for the night. You give me energy, energy, energy on sight. Every time, every time. Fly away to a place you've never seen. Through the atmosphere, stacking like a racketeer. Swear this life is worth the cheers, so homie, crack a beer. I'm live with the vibe you hear, can't be interfered with. Often incoherent, I feel it in my spirit. And grip the mic for stress relief, ain't no standing next to me. All these carbon copies are like Molly versus ecstasy. Same shit, stay tripping, sticking to the basics. They just waiting for a change, that shit is dangerous. Anxious, but letting loose for you is vibrations. House party in the hood on special occasions. I'm aching for something like how we gon' sustain this, how that I'm feeling. About to fly out the building, bringing vibes is the mission.
Well, hello, TEEJ. How are you?
Doing great.
TEEJ,
how's it going, man?
I'm doing so much better now that we're finally talking. And listen, I want to know first and foremost, talk to me a little bit about the impetus behind writing your song Every Time, as well as the concept for the music video.
Yeah. So I wrote the song at a time where I was performing with my band like super often. We had like a monthly residency in Brooklyn, and it was kind of like a song that I wanted to express my energy, how I feel performing. So I'm just like performing, I feel the energy of the crowd. I'm saying that the vibe gives me life. And I just wanted to express that in a song. And it's kind of funny because by the time the song finally got released, I was, it was COVID, it was the lockdown, so I wasn't performing as much. So I was more in the studio trying to look back and channel that same energy. And then same for the music video. I was also, during lockdown, during COVID. So I wanted to get back to that too. We actually shot the video and then I hosted a live show right after that. So yeah, it's all about that vibe, that energy, that having a good time.
Well, look I think it became much more, dare I say, pertinent in the fact that it almost became like a nostalgia piece of missing that connection and missing what it's like to have that conversation between as performer and audience. I'm curious to know if you also felt that it being released during COVID, when you couldn't do the thing that gives you that is truly your bliss. I'm curious to know if it was more pertinent for you.
Yeah, it was cool. It's just a reminder, you never want to take things like that for granted, because and I did when I was performing. And now that you had some time to like be away from that performance vibe, like it was just a reminder, and it made me have to like channel that same energy in the studio by myself and try to be my own source for that energy and draw from like the performances I was blessed to have, and still looking forward to doing in the future.
Absolutely. Well, talk to me. Look at TEEJ. I feel like you've gone through so many amazing moments in your artistic career, so many incredible experiences, so many amazing venues that you've played. Oh, I don't know, Carnegie Hall, the Brooklyn Bowl, Roulette Brooklyn, just to name a few. But I'm curious to know when you decided to create your band, The Side Pocket, and how that all came about for you.
Yeah, it was like my last couple years in college, and I just had all these original songs I wanted to do them with a live band. And I had like, the basic beats of it lined out, but it was cool to just have all the live instruments there and kind of like improvise. I went to a jazz school, so we would kind of hear the song once and then improvise off of it, and then it kind of took us to a new world. So both for the performance side of it and in the studio, like there's a lot of improvisation attached to it. There's a lot of just in the moment feeling the music and playing, which is why performance is such a big part of that. But Yeah, that's a lot of the inspiration for that side pocket project, and just the whole vibe of my live band, music directing in general.
I love it, Tej. And I also love that you don't limit yourself to what you do because, you're a band leader, you're a guitarist, you're an MC, you're a songwriter, you do it all. But I'm curious, I'm thinking about young Tej. What was it like growing up in your house? Did you have certain music playing in your room? Did you have dreams as a kid doing just maybe one specific thing within the music industry? Was there a specific performer or artist that you were like, I want to be like them? Talk to me a little bit about young Tej and what was going on in his head.
Yeah, definitely. Young T was into rock and roll, punk rock, all music, but I look back and a lot of stuff that had live instruments, a lot of stuff
Mm,
that really told a story with
that's
lyrics
right.
that like connected. And yeah, but some emo stuff definitely back in the day. But
But
as yep.
no, I was just about to say, if it's like, I feel like you have this old soul in you, that kind of like need for that old school hearing each instrument specifically. Because as you know, each instrument tells its own little narrative within the collective.
Definitely, man. And it got me into it at an early age. Like I picked up a guitar and started playing when I was like 10, but soon after I got into playing piano, drums, bass, and everything that I play now and doing vocals. I just like, would hear the instruments and I was like, I got to try it myself, even though I don't want to be the best at all of them, but I got to have an understanding. I want to experience, that role. And that got me into, but it was funny because the music I would hear at home was like rock, instrumental stuff. And then, the pop stars, the rock stars I was hearing was on the radio, and that's over like produced beats, autotune was big at a time. And I kind of always wanted my music to be a mix of those things,
Mm.
mix of those two energies in my own way.
Well, thank God you have, because the fusion that you've created is singularly you. And I think you're just a great example for the young artists, especially out there, looking at, I feel like there are very few artists out there that really are artists with a capital A, that are like the first rate versions of themselves. And I love the fact that sees you've done the work on your craft and yourself to come to that place.
Thank you, man. It takes a lot of, just belief in yourself and trust in the process, man. That's some things that I learned that I try to, spread the word on just my experiences of, because I think anyone could apply that to any facet of your life, to just, you know, trust your gut feeling of what's right and what you like and follow it.
Amen, my friend. Amen. Well, listen, before I get to my final question, I want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible TEEJ, you can read more about him right below this video. TEEJ, I'm so excited you're coming on board this amazing new social media app, FENIX 360, which is not only going to allow you to connect and collaborate with artists all over the country, but also around the world. And for someone whose talent like yours is transcendent, I think, of all language, location, gender, creed, I'm wondering, with all of that said, is there anything you're currently working on that you're excited to maybe give us a little sneak peek about, a little behind the scenes info about, what maybe the concept is, when we can maybe get a release date? TEEJ, give us something.
Yeah, I got you, man. So I have a music video dropping next month, sorry. And it's a song called Bad Habits that I performed a bunch live at like my recent shows. So I'm excited to drop it, and with the music video for it. And soon after that, I have the full EP that it's on, called The Side Pocket 2. The Side Pocket 1 came out last year, and the sequel project for it is this year. So I'm excited to start the next year off strong. Going to be dropping a lot of content, but this is going to be the first big project, and it's going to be 2022.
Amen, baby. Amen. Well, listen, TEEJ, I am so excited. Well, you have a new fan in little old Will on 57th Street, and I know you're going to be gaining a lot more on this amazing new app. TEEJ, God bless you. Thank you for your time. And listen, I'm so grateful that we're connected now.
Thank you, man. You too. Excited. Thank you for this.